Well, I don't love her at first sight. Why would they love her at first sight? You use money so clothes.
And money I can't find her.
Money? Does the wife approve of this?
Yeah, she does.
You will. Are you disappointing us or not?
Well, I'm going to disappoint everybody that thinks a man is going to win this year.
Energy.
Okay, guys. The vibe for the Big Brother season 7 started on a right note. It started on the right note, and I have a thing or two to share about it. Stick with me because we're talking about this 12 housemates that Biggie decided to introduce into the Big Brother season 7 level up edition. Okay, guys. So we have 12 new housemates in Biggie's house, and Biggie launched. We just had the first launch, and it was a mixed breed. It wasn't like the Shiny Eye Gang where we saw the males coming in the first day and then the ladies coming in the second day. So Biggie decided to switch up the game, and it was a mixed culture thing. It was a mixed gender thing. I like it. Guys, I'm just going to be telling you one of the things or some of the things that I noticed about would I say first impressions too? I will be sharing all that in this video. If you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. Personality Highlights with Judy here. We talk about reality shows, real-time stories, trending topics, social issues. But you guys, reality show, it's a big topic here. And if you're a fan of the Big Brother show, you definitely want to stick around here. I mean, there are certain highlights we need to talk about, and that is what this channel is dedicated to doing. So guys, the show started on a very amazing note. Ebuka, as usual, spot on. The 7th host, the 7th anchor of the Big Brother show. Kudos to him. Man is repping, and I think I love it. Guys, if you haven't subscribed, please do the needful. Follow the channel. Drop your thoughts. Let's have a conversation. I like to have conversations about reality shows like this. And so guys, Ebuka was in his element, I'm not gonna lie. And the first housemate who got into the house was Groovy set us on the right note. Like I could feel that vibe from him. I mean, 6'5". Oh my god, what? I don't know, man, but I'm just going to keep my mouth shut until we have the complete housemates. So I'm guessing since we have 12 new housemates, maybe we're going to be having another 12, which will probably be 24, just like the Shine Your Eye gang. Yeah. So anyways, let's just not talk about that. Let's just talk about the housemates. So we had Groovy. Groovy was the first person who came on board, followed by Beauty. Beauty is an former Miss Nigeria, very tall too. I was like, what's happening here? I mean, what's up with these guys and tall people? So it started on a very interesting note. The third person that got in was Khalid. Khalid looked calm, calculative, and I'm like, okay, I like this vibe. The fourth person who got on the show was Ilebaye. She looked cool too, and I'm like, okay, I have something to say, but let me just keep going. The fifth person that got into the show is Saif. Saif looked pretty cool too, easygoing, tech guy, and I'm like, okay, let's see what you have. And then Amaka came on board and scattered the show. So for some reason, when Ebuka asked the question that he asked, Ebuka was in his element, and one of the questions Ebuka kept asking was, what are you bringing for us? We don't want karma calculated, because it looked like everybody that was coming was giving high vibe, but we want content, we want violence, according to Ebuka. And so when they asked Amaka, what are you bringing to the table? You guys, please listen for yourselves.
Well, I'm going to disappoint everybody that thinks a man is going to win this year.
So baby girl said this she would disappoint, because you guys know Amaka disappoints me. It's a real song in Nigeria that everybody sings to when they see people that are called Amaka. So Amaka says, I'm going to be disappointing anybody that thinks a guy will win the Big Brother show season 7. And I'm like, okay. Baby girl came to set the record straight that she's gonna be the second female winner of the Big Brother show. I like her determination. I like her gritty, witty, savvy move. We just pray it's going to pay off at the end of the day. So I like that part about her. She gave me the energy. I mean, it was more like Groovy started well. Amaka now increased that energy that we saw. And then the next person that got in was Kes. Very calm, easygoing. I'm like, okay, let's keep watching. The next person that got in, Daniela, a poet, and I'm like, okay, she says she's bringing love and light. And I'm like, okay, let's just keep watching. The next person after Daniela was Fam Savvy. Fam Savvy looked all everywhere, like he was so excited. I know what it is. The euphoria of coming on Big Brother show is a big deal. So this guy is a pharmacist, and he says he's an entertainer, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna see what you have. The next person that got on board was Fina. Now, here is where the ginger comes in. Fina, I would not even lie about it for one single second. Fina has the Nigerian crazy vibe. It was just glaring in everything that Fina did and even said. And for a minute, I was like, okay, Fina is just giving me this Tasha vibe. I could feel it all around her. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? But it was more like, okay, we're seeing a mini Tasha in her. I liked her vibe. She looked very authentic. She says she's a comedian. You know, vibes, all cool and checked. The next person we saw after Fina is Brian, and Brian, well, brings up on there, but I mean, he was just giving me the Irene vibe. I'm like, okay, from a guy's perspective, let's see what you have. He looked like, you know, there was a lot of people, almost everybody that came on board had this very strong youthful exuberance. And I'm like, okay, this show looks like there are a lot of young chaps up and running on it, and I think I still like it. It's always what the Big Brother show is all about. And then the final housemate we had that joined was Christiana. Christiana says she's all into coding, tech, and all that, and I'm like, okay, but she looked cool. I'm just looking out and I'm like, okay, this 12 housemates, if there is anything I noticed about all 12 housemates that came in, they really looked like, you know what, regular people. And I like that part, because for once I was looking at the Big Brother show like, okay, this guys is not just carry eye and enter buckets to be picking like the high flashy dudes and girls. Like it looks like we have a lot of ordinary people in the show this year. I don't know, but this is like my first impression. I mean, what did you guys notice? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? But maybe by the time we have the second batch join, maybe we'll probably be able to understand better. But I feel like there's this vibe of, okay, ordinary people coming on the platform and getting into the platform, because I just didn't feel that. Even while I took my time to shoot this video, I took my time to listen to the conversations they were having. I mean, the only person that really sounded very 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 confident and all over the place, I think, was just Beauty. Maybe because she was a beauty queen, and maybe that's the vibe. I don't know, but her personality was just the loudest. Of course, Amphina was just giving us local vibe. I don't know, but everybody's still in their element. But I just like the vibe, the fact that most of these guys looked like ordinary people, not the guys who were coming from the rich, wealthy families. This is just my 2 cents of what I think and feel about some of the personalities that I saw. We're looking forward to what's going to happen. We're looking forward to the next set of housemates that are going to be unleashed to us. But guys, I mean, something really really did happen. So we actually have Kes is actually the married guy in the show. He actually shared that part about the story, and I'm like, okay, so this 28-year-old, I mean, the digging was already fast. I think I'm just going to do a special video on what we see outside and what we're expected to see, because this dude said a lot of things. At this point I was looking at him like, hey bro. He was already telling us while Ebuka was interviewing him that, yes, I'm married, but you know what, it looks like I'm in an open, like, from my perspective, I feel like Kes is in an open marriage and maybe a contract marriage or something, I don't know, but he says he's married to a white woman. I mean, the pictures are everywhere already, and trust Nigerians, they are good at digging out things. And he's like, you know what, my marriage can hold on. When I'm done with playing in the house and doing whatever, catching fun, I'm just going to go back to my marriage. I mean, and we literally heard that again when he was just, everybody was telling their stories and, just sharing who they were. And he was like, the last edition, I'm going to tell them that married people are not boring people. And I'm like, okay, brother. Ebuka warned you. Don't say they did not warn you before Nigerians will drag you. But I don't know. I know because it's a guy, the sentiments will not be as loud as if it were a lady. I'm just hoping that in the next batch, we'll probably get to see a married woman come in. Yes, I said so, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed. We know there's going to be drama. We're expecting the drama, and I'm here to talk about the drama. You guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. For now, this is all that's going on. Conversations are still going on. Unpacking is going on. It looks lit already. Day 1 is good. Day 2, of course, there's still going to be so much more coming. Guys, I'm going to see you all in the next video. For now, thank you so much for your watch time. Ciao, ciao, guys.